Everybody, my name is Marc Emerson. I am a North Carolina scientist. I study public health and I look at environment and how that relates to disease. So today we're going to do a really fun project. We're going to make sailboats. We're going to do a few experiments and we're also going to learn about center of mass. We're going to apply those to sailboats to learn how boats don't capsize, how they always stay afloat. Despite rough wind, despite rough water, they rarely capsize, and we're going to find out why. And the reason why is center of mass. So I also like to play soccer. So this is a soccer ball. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to bounce the soccer ball on my finger. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to find the ball center of mass. So we can do this too if we're balancing on one foot, right? We're trying to find our center of mass. So tightrope walkers, people who have good balance, they're good at finding their center of gravity or center of mass. So the inspiration behind this and applying it to boats comes from my dad. So this is a picture of my dad. So he served for many years in the Navy. And so in the Navy, he spent more time on water and boats than he did on land. So I also have an interest in boats. So we are gonna make boats today. So the cool thing about this experiment is that most of these things to build our boats can be found around the house. So it being important to stay at home right now, I think you can find most of these things at home already. So first, if you have some kind of toolbox or something like that, ask your parents, we'll find some materials there. And then to make our sails, some kind of cardboard or some kind of thicker paper would be good. Foil, I found in the kitchen. Bamboo skewers, which I found in the kitchen as well. Scissors. Ask your parents if you have those around. And a cork. So I'm using a cork for my boat, but something that'll be buoyant and float. And then lastly, a lab notebook. So like a good scientist will be able to record about our boat. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we can make the sail. So here you see I found some cardboard. I'm just gonna cut it down. We can make different sizes to experiment with to make our sail. The next thing is a skewer. So we are going to break this down to size. So once we cut it or break it down to size, we can run it through our cardboard, and there is our sail. Great, so now that we have our mast and our sail, we can take the hull, the body of the ship, and we can attach, which we're just gonna push the skewer into this, and that will be our boat. So now we can take our boat and put it in water and see what happens. But as you'll see, it tips over. So the reason why it tips over is because we don't have something that we can't see above the water in a sailboat. So the sailboat has a center of gravity. So like how we were balancing, or as I was trying to balance a soccer ball earlier, that's below the water. And it's a weight to keep it afloat that we can't see below the water. So the next step in making our sailboats is to add that counterweight at the bottom here. So here you'll see I found some screws. Really, we're trying to find any kind of weight here. So I found some old nails that I put in the bottom there. Something else that I thought could work is thumbtacks. So here you'll see I attached the sail again, and I'm gonna put it in the water and see what happens. But it still tips over, it capsizes. So that's something I could capture in my science notebook. Here are the screws, which are a little bit longer and a little bit heavier. Let's see what happens. So in this case, it floats. But if we add some wind, you'll see that it doesn't necessarily float straight. So why is that? Well, that is where our foil can come in handy. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take our counterweight on the bottom of our sailboat, and I am going to wrap that in the tin foil like this. So now I reattached our kind of bigger size sail. Let's see what happens. So I had a little wind and it's starting to go straighter. So now that we know how to make the sailboat, you can have fun with it. You can make your own design. So you'll see here that I made one with 3 corks that's bound together by some rubber bands that hopefully you can find around the house as well. Different size keels, different weights, and you can see which ones float straighter, which ones capsize more often. So you can have fun with it and make your own designs. And then one of the best rewards of making our boats is we can even take them outside. So granted, social distancing, 6 feet apart. Bring your mask out if you have permission to go outside. So here you see we got a little stream of water, so we can test out our boats here. So thanks for watching, everyone. My name's Mark. I'm a North Carolina scientist. You can find more cool content like this at ncscifest.org.